I will say this. A girl can't even post her glute pump pic without one, being accused of wanting male validation, two, getting harassed in the comments or DMs or whatever it may be.
Where am I?
Y'all, I think I worked out my glutes too hard and I forgot to train my quads over the past month. And now I feel like my legs don't match. I feel like the legs don't match. You know what I mean? Like, look at all the... Everything looks great, but like the quads don't match.
When it comes to your friend groups, because just like women, we have all different types of different characters in women. When it comes to your friend groups, how does it make you feel when you have a friend that sees women like a tool pleasure, but you see women as human? Do y'all ever clash?
House cleaning before we get started. For those who've been rocking with me from day one, I appreciate the support. For those who may be new here, coming in or out the door, for your boy, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, get it cracking in the comments. Every bit of your engagement absolutely helps promote me into the YouTube algorithm. I thank y'all for the support. Now, let's get to it. Drop the video. Let's go.
I will say this. A girl can't even post her glute pump pic without one, being accused of wanting male validation, two, getting harassed in the comments or DMs or whatever it may be. I promise y'all, if I post a glute pic, it is not for y'all. It is for me. It is for me and the girly pops that know what it took to get here, okay?
I believe that two things can exist at the same time. I believe two ideas can occupy the same space. Is she posting for herself? Sure. Of course she is. She seems very self-centered and egotistical, so I'm sure she's posting it for her own self-validation. But make no mistake, she's also posting it for the male gaze. Why? Because I went to her page and she has several men following her. She knows this already. I believe what's going on here, her content started to take a dive. And of course, the go-to for any of these women on social media when their little content starts to take a dive is to rage bait men. And that's what this is. Because you know very well, you post those glute pump pics, in which, by the way, what is a glute pump pic? It's an ass shot. It's an ass picture. You're literally showing off your butt. That's what you're doing. So let's not pretend that these pictures you post predominantly are over, showing your butt or just for you to show your gains to girls. We're not buying it. We're not buying it. You're seeking validation. You need that male gaze. You need that male attention. Because if not, if you truly were not doing this but for anyone besides yourself, why not keep it in your camera roll? Why post it to social media? Even if you're posting it for other women, that's still seeking outside validation, which feeds your ego. If you were looking for self-confidence, it would stay in your camera roll. See, confidence comes within self. Anything of outside validation is ego. It's feeding your ego. And what happened is men start to call you out on it that you're just posting pics of your rear end for the male gaze. And you didn't like that because you were afraid, because y'all are cowards. Like I say, you women on social media are a bunch of cowards. You're afraid of women coming for you. So you rather demonize men than to stand on business and face women head on with their critiques of what you're doing. That's all this stuff is. You're just going to the easy target, the easy prey, demonizing men in the male gaze. Here we go. See what I'm saying? I put these videos in here to show something, right? You see that little arch thing she's doing right there with her foot? That's a trademark of an Insta thought, how they kind of make their butt pop to make it have a little bit more curvature when they're taking pictures from a certain angle. So we know you're not doing this for girls. We know you're not doing that for girls. That picture is showing off your rear end for a reason. You're showing off your rear end because you know the male gaze will give you that attention you want. If you were just basically doing this for yourself, like I said, you would keep it in your camera roll. But you are not. You're posting it for on social media for the world to see. You are. Just admit it. There's nothing wrong with what you're doing unless you try to conflate it with doing something other than what everyone know you're doing. We all have eyes. Social media isn't new. We know that a lot of these fitness girls, and I'll use quotation, fitness girls are not actually into fitness. Yeah, you'll do the butt exercises and the leg exercises to maintain your BBL or, try to convince other women that you got your butt that size through exercise when you didn't. We know this is nothing more than thirst trapping for male or female attention either way, because women are just as bad in the comments as men are. So cut the ish, ma'am. Let's see. We'll keep going through here. Let's keep going. Let's keep it moving. This is nonsense.
Where am I?
Yeah. Come on, man. Come on. Like, you got a full face of makeup on. A full face of makeup. You got a full face of makeup on. And yet again, like I proved to y'all, it's ass shots. Ass shots. And she'll say, well, I'm just showing it to show my glute pump pics. That's all you work out on is your ass? If you make yourself an object of objectification, are you surprised that you become objectified? Come on, man. Like, I get it. You got a hustle going here, and you want to disguise it as something other than what it actually is. Sexual titillation. And you're just using social media as a driving force for that attention. That's your vehicle for the attention, social media. You know it is. You know it. This stuff just goes to show me that people can't stand on business. Everybody talk about their truth, living in their truth, being honest, being who they are, showing up who they are, having safe spaces to express themselves. But then when other people criticize or call you out on it, then it's all of a sudden something else than what you started with the premise on, which is to get attention. This is what this stuff is about, attention and validation. Cut the ish, ma'am. We see what you're doing. And we see what other women are doing. It's hundreds of thousands of y'all doing the same stuff. What makes you different? That's my question. What makes her different? Nothing.
Y'all, I think I worked out my glutes too hard and I forgot to train my quads over the past month. And now I feel like my legs don't match. I feel like the legs don't match. You know what I mean? Like, look at all the... Everything looks great, but like the quads don't match. You're always building your quads and all the exercises that you do for your butt anyways. You're, incorporating them. You know what I mean? I haven't really done leg days. I've just been doing booty days. Butt and abs. And I just added in upper body. I feel like the legs gotta catch up. I'm not mad about it. Let me just say that. I got overdeveloped hamstrings. If you can see it from the front, wait till you see it from the back. You know what I mean? I feel uneven. This is a great problem to have, I'm not gonna lie. As someone who loves the aesthetic of something, okay, I need my legs to match. They do. I can't just have a big butt and skinny legs. That's not how this works.
Look, I have nothing against this woman. I think her video was entertaining and funny. But I do know that when I see content like this, I just keep it 100. This is done for attention. Nothing more. And I think a lot of women just don't like to stand on business and admit that these videos, although her video is quite entertaining and funny, I give her kudos for being very entertaining, it's still for attention and it's still for some form of sexual attention, right? She may not desire certain men to look at her, but you can't disseminate who looks at a thirst trap and who doesn't. You're going to get creepy guys. You're going to get guys you may find attractive, and you're going to get overwhelming majority of the guys you don't find attractive. So when you post content like this, just know that it comes with a certain level of creepiness. It really does. And we can't weed out or stop men from being creepy. You can't stop women from being creepy because there are some creepy ass women out here on y'all posts too saying some crazy shit. And I've seen it. What you cannot do is police the attention you get. Now, what you can police, if people are giving you inappropriate gestures and attention, sure. But you can't police the male gaze, just like you can't police the female gaze. People are going to look at attractive people because that's how human beings are wired. And surprise, surprise, you radical feminists online, I know y'all can't stand for men to have any inkling of happiness, whether it be to look at women on social media or just to go out and roll in grass. I get it, y'all are misandrous, but y'all cannot conflate this stuff from what it actually is, attention seeking.
Man, this is not a judgmental question. I'm here about to spark up. I'm chilling in my own world. I just know that I have to ask you men and at these bitches if I want the answers. So please don't be offended when I'm finally asking the damn source. Okay? Here's my question. And it's honest. Because there's people, and I say people because there is women that are just like this too. There's people that are lustful. There's people that are just there for like fun and to experience. And then there's people that are there to actually grow with a person. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to your friend groups, because just like women, we have all different types of different characters in women. When it comes to your friend groups, how does it make you feel when you have a friend that sees women like a tool pleasure, but you see women as human? Do y'all ever clash? This is a real question. I want to know. I'm curious.
I know women like to believe that men have authority over other men to hold them accountable, but we really don't. Here's the thing about men, especially when we're talking about friends. If I have a code, a system of values and morals, and I have a friend that differs grossly from my system of morals and values, I just don't mess with him. See, that goes against my code. And I don't have associates. I have friends. I know women can have associates, people they kick it with, and friends, and all three of those things are separate and different. But men really don't segregate their friends into those type of attributes and those type of categories, I should say. Like my friend is my friend. If he is a guy that differs from me grossly in his worldview, chances are we're gonna part ways because I can't have a guy in my circle that's corrupting my way of thought. See, I don't rock like that, and most men don't rock like that. I'm not gonna have a guy around me that sees the women in my family as tools. That's ridiculous. So, yes, we hold other men accountable for their bad behavior by ostracizing them, not keeping them in our group or our circle. Women should do the same damn thing. The reason y'all have women who are corrupting your inner circle, who are impeding upon your interpersonal relationships in a negative way, is because y'all don't know how to cut people loose. You think that just because someone is in your life for a certain point of time, they should stay in your life always. And that's just not the case. People can grow apart and oftentimes do. So if you grossly differ from my value system, from my morals, from my character, I don't want you around me. And that's not me being mean. That's not me being low down. That's me protecting my peace. Man, woman, beast of burden, I don't care who you are. If you vastly differ from my system, from my code, from my values, my morals, and what I stand on business about, then you can't rock with me. End of story. I don't care how long I've known you. If you become a deplorable person, you're out here harming the community, you're out here selling and pushing the weight, you're out here scamming people, then I don't want you around me. And I don't care if you can be a relative. If you're doing those things, stay the F from around me. End of story. And that's how men deal with it, to answer your question, ma'am, by cutting those people loose. Look, I get it. She's a workout girl. She has a nice body. She wants to show it off. But she doesn't have to show her body off with half her ass hanging out her outfit. I'll say this and I'll continue to say this. Let's call this what it is: sexual titillation, attention seeking. Y'all can get mad at me as much as you want. You can say that's not what she's doing, but you know it's the truth. And y'all want to obfuscate these things and these realities because you don't like what it says about women, that women objectify themselves more often than not. Women objectify themselves just as much as they are objectified. That's just the reality of it. You can say, well, when they do it, they're doing it for themselves and they're getting to the bag and they're making money off of it, but so fucking what? They're still objectifying themselves for whatever reason they choose to do it. And you just can't say the male gaze is destructive when women participate in the objectification of them, their own bodies, their own person. You cannot say that it's wrong for men to objectify women while women are objectifying themselves. This is ridiculous. And I get it. I get it. We live in a first world country where people have autonomy over their own bodies. It's a first world issue, but I'm not going to run from this. You women are doing this thing, the ones on social media, you ladies are doing these things because you want attention. And with that attention comes status, sometimes fame, notoriety, and money. And you're willing to sell your soul for these things. Let's just call it what it is. You're selling your soul.
Like Jesus.
You think that what we're fighting about is stupid. Just cause you don't agree don't mean it's stupid. Lately communication feels so useless.